All right, so I've been a part of the film fan community for a long time, like quite a few years. And look, I'm 18, so I can't really say that I've been here for like 20 years or something like that, but I've been here for quite a long time. And so, a part of the reason why I ever got into being considering myself a film fan, like if you asked me like in 2000, I guess 14, I would just say, oh, I'm a fan of movies, but really not a film fan in particular, part of the fan base. Because really, I would just go watch a movie, didn't really talk to many people about the movie, but now I am actively like telling people, this is my thoughts on a movie, this is my thoughts on everything. But I feel like there's this one issue in the film fan community. So let me just say I first began being a film fan just by watching these video essays about movies. I will give credit to a lot of YouTubers that really were like my first ever film, like the first ever film fan that I would actively follow was Jeremy Johns, where I loved his fast-paced videos where he would make reviews and spoiler talks about videos. Then I got into more video essays where instead of reviews, it was more video essays. And I think the first channel I really fell into was High Top Films. Then I got to Brown Table. Then I got to Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Then I got to YourMovieSucks.org. And then I started following more channels like Sean Chandler Talks About Movies. Then I got John Campbell, who right now is my favorite channel on YouTube. I'm really big on being a film fan. And then eventually I got to Instagram, I got to Snapchat, and I will talk to a lot of fellow film fans. I got into the community involved. I got into it, involved a ton. And then, I decided to make this channel because I really want to put my voice out there, tell people this is my thoughts. Because before, all I did was for like the last 4 years on Snapchat and Instagram, I would put like reviews, and lots of people were telling me I should make a channel where I just talk, and I was like, hey, finally this year I decided to take that. And being part of this film fan community has been grateful, and it's the best fan base out there. I just love movies so much, and I just cannot stop talking about it. But I feel like there's one thing I want to address to the film fan community, and that is I feel like a ton of us are too negative. If you go look at the most popular videos on YouTube that are movie related, I'm going to assume that the vast majority of them are videos that are hate videos that are just about criticizing a specific movie or specific franchise. Like Geeks and Gamers made an entire career out of bashing Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. And then you have channels like Cosmonaut Variety Hour who keep bashing on movies, who just every time make bad videos on how bad a movie is. And I'm not going to lie, I'm guilty of it. Some of my favorite videos to do are videos where I don't like a movie and I want to rant about it. But I also love making videos where I talk good about a movie that I really liked. And recently, I've been getting more and more disappointed in how every YouTube channel out there that it's about movies is all about destroying a movie. Two specific YouTubers who I want to speak about is Ralph the Movie Maker and YourMovieSucks.org, which are two channels who don't post much. But I remember I used to be in love with these channels where they would just bash a movie. They would just bash it and be like, how would anyone ever like this? And then recently, I started kind of evaluating that and thinking, look, I'm kind of tired of just seeing people bashing on a movie. Because when a channel just specifically bashes a movie, it kind of leaves me disappointed being, oh, well, their entire channel is just basically bashing on a movie. And a lot of the film fan is basically like that. We're just criticizing movies constantly. We're it's now something popular to say, oh, unpopular opinion, I think Avengers Endgame is bad. And look, I gotta say this. All film is subjective. All cinema is subjective. For me, in my opinion, there's no such thing as liking a bad movie. I don't like when people say, oh, that's your guilty pleasure movie. For me, no movie is a guilty pleasure. If you like it, you like it. It's what the heart wants. And I know you can say Rotten Tomatoes this, Rotten Tomatoes that, or the box office wasn't good. But if you like a movie that failed in the box office and failed in the Rotten Tomatoes scores, then you should not be saying, "Oh, I think this is a bad movie, but I liked it." Look, all you have to say is, "I like the movie, and for me, it's good." Like I remember, I think his name is Jeremy, but he's from Geeks and Gamers. He was telling people who like The Last Jedi that, hey, it's okay to like a bad movie, but you have to admit it's a bad movie. To me, till this day, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, to tell someone, oh, it's okay to like who are you to specifically tell fans that the movie they like, they shouldn't like it because it's bad. As a film fan community, we should all be encouraging fans to have their opinion, to enjoy a film. And then I see these critics like Ralph the Movie Maker, or, YourMovieSucks.org, and even to a limit, Cosmonaut Variety Hour, who when they talk about a movie, they make it seem as, oh yeah, my opinion's right and what you have is wrong because this movie is bad just because I think it's bad. And I cannot stand it. And I feel like a few channels that deserve credit, two channels specifically, is Brown Table and High Top Films. Both of them have like this perfect balance of where they criticize a ton of movies, but they also talk about how great other movies are. They're not just, I know you could use the excuse that High Top Films is popular because of their criticism of not being a good Spider-Man film. I know that's how I first got introduced to High Top Films, where he said Homecoming is a good movie, but not a good Spider-Man movie. And I understand where he's coming from, and I like how his channel is, him and Brown Table both have that perfect balance where they're criticizing a movie and also talking about how great a movie is. And then you have other channels like Sean Chandler talks about, Jeremy Johns, and John Campia. So they all seem like massive film fans who just want to talk great about every movie. I think Jeremy Johns, there's been very few times where I see him actually genuinely with the passion hate of film. And I personally really love how they all handle it. Like John Campia, I remember there was this one show he was doing with, forgot what that one actress's name is, but she was in it. I apologize. She's the blonde lady that's always in his videos. But she basically said that it's rare to see John not like a movie. And I'm not gonna lie, they're not wrong. John, I rarely hear John say, I didn't like it. I rarely hear him say something like that. I give him credit. And look, it's fine if you don't like a movie. That's cool, but to just constantly only talk about a movie that you don't like, it's always frustrating. Like, I always talk to fellow film fans, and when we're talking about just movies that we like, eventually they just start changing the topic and be like, I didn't like this movie, I didn't like that movie, I didn't like this and that because of character and all that. Now look, it's great. I make videos of criticizing films, but even I myself don't just want to revolve my channel around movies I don't like. Like, one of my most popular videos was me dissing on the Sonic movie. I deleted it by accident. I apologize for that. But one of my most popular videos, or it was my most popular video for a long time, which had 200 views. It was just me bashing on why I didn't really like the Sonic movie. And I'm disappointed that for a while, all I wanted to talk about was movies I didn't like. Now I am more appreciative, and I feel like the film fan community shouldn't just be this. Yes, do bash movies when they should. But for me, we all have to learn that all cinema is subjective. All movies are subjective. Like, for me, I get a ton of criticism for loving Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Cut. I constantly, at least once a week, someone on my Instagram DMs me saying, oh, I didn't like Batman vs. Superman because Batman kills or Superman does this. And all I genuinely told them, because I get tired of constantly explaining why I like a movie, and I'm even planning on making a whole 30-minute video on why I myself like it. But I constantly have to tell people, hey, I'm not going to give you my full opinion, but what I'm going to tell you is all movies are subjective. Everyone has a right to have their opinion on movies. Movies are not really, just because one movie does good doesn't mean everyone's going to love it. Just know it's your personal opinion. You as a human being have the choice to like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, whatever. Even if you don't like it, whatever. And for me, like someone that's a Batman vs. Superman fan, constantly, non-stop, I get people telling me, how do you even like Batman vs. Superman? And for example, a movie I don't like is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I can't stand that movie. I don't like rewatching it. I've rewatched it once after it left the theaters, and I just cannot stand hearing about that movie. But you don't see me going to people's Instagram DMs saying, oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp is terrible. How do you even like it? And the same thing with the Star Wars movies. I remember one time on my Snapchat, I put, I don't like the Star Wars prequels. All 3 Star Wars prequels are trash. They're terrible, and I cannot stand them. But then the next day, I think I praised, for The Force Awakens. I actually like Solo, a Star Wars movie. I actually kind of like The Last Jedi. I don't even think The Last Jedi is bad. I actually really quite enjoyed it. I'm, of course, a big fan of the original trilogy. But even I loved The Force Awakens. I loved The Last Jedi. I don't really like Rise of Skywalker, I'm not even gonna lie, but I get constant people being like, you're not a real Star Wars fan because you don't like the prequels. Well, I gotta tell you this, buddy, it's an opinion, it's all subjective. I don't like when people are like, what are your thoughts on this movie, why don't you like it? All I tell them is, it's subjective. If you want to hear my full review, just ask me. Don't be like, this movie is bad and why do you even like it? Or this movie is so good, why don't you like it? I cannot stand having to tell people my opinion. Like, I do, of course, get a lot of people being like, hey, I just watched this. Wait, no. They're mostly like, hey, I'm thinking of watching, I don't know, something like Hobbs and Shaw. Can you give me a review and then I might watch it? And then I'm nice. Like, if you're asking me that, I will genuinely tell you, okay, that's great. I'm going to give you my opinion. And if I've made a video on that certain movie, then I'll just tell you to, click the link, watch that. I think it's easier explained. But I constantly tell people who are like, you don't like this movie, so your opinion's wrong. I tell them, hey, it's all subjective. It's all subjective at the end of the day. At the end of the day, just because you like a movie doesn't mean everyone has to. Or if you don't like a movie, it means everyone has to not like it. Because I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting tired of it. And I love the film fan community. I genuinely think it's the best community out there. I just love talking to other fellow film fans. And, to me, it's a bit frustrating just constantly having to tell people, hey, I don't like this movie. Please just, why can't I just have this opinion? Or if I like a movie, can I have this opinion? I'm tired of YouTubers just being all, all like they built their entire channel off of criticizing movies, or when they even have like your movie sucks.org. I'm gonna specifically target him because he's the kind of the main reason why I made this video. But even him, when he praises a movie, he'll just slightly be like, oh yeah, I kind of liked it, but there was these few bad things, but yeah, I kind of like it. Like, it's frustrating to me, it's tiring and it's exhausting to me. Like, yes, you can go out, criticize movies all you want, but I feel like you shouldn't just base out your whole community like that. And I've been guilty of it. Back when I used to hate Batman vs. Superman, all I would do is bash people for liking a movie. Now I'm the one defending it all the time because I do think it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my third favorite movie of all time, behind Inception and The Godfather. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for coming on my podcast, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this show. I have more like it in my channel, please. So go check those out too. I upload daily film talk because I'm a film nerd. And if you're a big film nerd like I am, then you're in the right place. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below what are your thoughts on this. I apologize for those YouTubers I targeted. I completely doubt they're ever going to watch these videos, but if they do, comment down below so I know you actually know my video exists. So anyways, I apologize. This isn't a personal attack to any of them, but it's just a little thought that I have. So thank you guys for watching, and please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, like I know I keep reminding you guys, but it's not that hard. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and peace.